Hello. How are you? Good morning. Okay, so we can start. Today we are looking at Swati Nakshatra. It is 15th Nakshatra to look for. It is falling between 6 degree 40 minutes of Libra to 20 degrees of Libra. So the whole of Swati Nakshatra is falling within Libra sign. Whenever it happens that a uh, that a nakshatra is completely falling into a sign, it takes the qualities of the sign. Okay, it reflects the prominent qualities of the sign. So as Libra is sign of relationship, business, and being independent diplomats, they are good mediators and this counselors. All these qualities naturally come with Swati as it is falling into the middle portion of Libra. Okay, then the word itself. Okay, the root word of Swati is Swa. Swa means self. So they can be like a very independent kind of people. This is one thing which remain a theme for Swati Nakshatra, independence. They are the most independent people in the world. Okay, if you just split this word into two parts, Swa plus Ati, Swati, Swa plus Ati. Swa means self, and Ati means extreme. So it is extreme of self, it is extreme of independence. Okay, so that is the first thing we should always remember with Swati Nakshatra, that they are all about being independent, they are all about being self sustaining. Okay, they don't want to be dependent on other people. Okay, then its main representation or symbol is wind. Okay, from this symbol also we can understand that this is nakshatra of independence, because wind is the most independent thing in the world. You cannot capture the wind, you cannot control the wind. Okay, so because wind is the most independent thing in the world, it again shows this nakshatra as independent nakshatra of independence. Okay, being independent and being self-sustaining is the basic quality of this nakshatra. Its deity is Pavan Dev. Okay, the god of wind. is presiding deity of this nakshatra. Then its lord, Swati's lord is Rahu, and Swati falls into Libra. So sign lord is Venus. Okay, the only mythological reference we can get of Swati nakshatra or Pavan Dev is through the mythological characters of Hanuman and Bhim. Hanuman in Ramayana and Bhim in Mahabharata. They both were Pavan Putra. They both were child of Pavan Dev. Okay, so they are considered as okay. So that is why it is these two characters, these two mythological characters are closely connected with Swati as nakshatra. Okay. Then now if we go into the significance or interpretation of this nakshatra, first of all, the nakshatra itself, the name, as I said, Swati is coming out of Swa plus Ati, okay, extreme of self. It is all about being independent. They may not like to not like to be told by others what to do, what not to do. In this case, it is more important for them to be a business person. Okay, it is more important for them to be working for themselves rather than working under others. If they are working under others, they are taking orders from others, then this nakshatra may not be able to give them best results. Best results will always come when they are working independently. Okay. It is falling into the middle of Libra sign. Libra is the sign of balance. It is the sign of relationship. It is the sign of justice, mediation, counselors. So they are very balanced people. Okay, when we talk about Swati nakshatra, they can be very balanced person. Okay, they can be very balanced with their communication, their overall behavior in the society. They can be very balanced in the way they deal with other people. Okay, the balanced also means justifiable. Okay, if there is a point in my favor and there is a point in other person's favor, I should be able to see both the points and both the perspectives. That is balanced. Okay, it is very good to be balanced in my favor. Okay, but it is the real balanced person is one who is balanced for both the sides. Okay, so that is the quality of Swati nakshatra which they can have. They can be very balanced people, they can be justifiable, they can be business minded, they can be like very good mediators and counselors. Libra is also sign of peace, so this nakshatra can also give them the ability to be a counselor between two warring parties. If two people are fighting with each other, they can be a very good mediator or counselor between the two. So this opens the door of a legal profession also, being an advocate, being a lawyer, counselors, because they can bring two warring parties into some sort of agreement. Okay, then it is represented by wind, which is the as I said, it is the most independent thing in the world. Wind, we cannot capture or control wind. So likewise, we cannot control or capture Swati nakshatra person. If a person is a Swati prominent, like sun, moon or ascendant nakshatra in Swati or lots of planets in Swati, they are very independent kind of person. You cannot control them. Okay, so it is better to give them their independence. And who are we to give anyone any independence? Everyone is born independent. Okay, so this is the thing. Then as I said that they should be in business oriented field. This nakshatra can be difficult in matters of relationship. Now this is the main theme around this nakshatra which we should talk. Okay, understand that Swati is the nakshatra of Swati is the nakshatra of independence. As I said, it represents it is represented by wind. The literal meaning of Swati is independence. Okay, so all these things are showing that they should be independent. But Swati is falling into the Libra sign. Okay, which is the sign of relationship. Okay, now the nakshatra is indicating towards towards being independent, and sign is indicating towards being in relationship. We can say there is a conflict. Okay, there is a conflict, because if you are in relationship, you cannot be independent. If you are independent, you cannot be in relationship. That is our understanding of relationship or marriage in society. The kind of institution which is created in the name of marriage, it is our understanding that if we are married, or if we are in relationship, we cannot be independent. Okay, but here is the clue that real relationship always brings independence to the other person. Okay, that's why, like every spiritual person always say that true love brings freedom. Okay, this is what they mean to say by true love brings freedom. That if you are in a true relationship, if you are in a positive relationship, your partner may never want to control you. Then your partner may never want to capture you. Okay, our understanding of relationship has developed due to social concepts, where like being possessive or being controlling or being over monitoring someone is considered as a relationship, or these are considered as a trait of good relationship even. That if you are overprotective towards your partner, then it is considered as a good trait of relationship, but it is not. Okay, in actuality it is not. Relationship should always bring independence. Okay, the true relationship always brings independence to the person. Okay, if I am in relationship with someone and I am trying to control her, capture her, or being possessive of her, that means I am not giving her enough liberty. Okay, enough independence which she deserves on her own. I am no one to give her that or take away from her that. Okay, that is also a thing that normally people say that, oh, I have freed you. Okay, you are no one to free also. Understand this, because if you are accepting that I have freed you, that means you have accepted you have captured the person earlier. Okay, so that, and this is the critical philosophy of this nakshatra Swati, that nakshatra is all about independence, but our social conditioning is such that we don't think that if you are in relationship you can be independent. Okay, so our understanding of relationship is wrong. This nakshatra is not wrong. Okay, this nakshatra falling into Libra sign is perfect. Okay, a good relationship always brings independence to the people. They make other person feel free in relationship. They don't capture each other. Okay, that is the nature of a good relationship. If your relationship partner, or if you are trying to capture your relationship partner, then you are not in a good relationship. That is for sure. Okay, so this nakshatra falling into Libra sign is correct, but majority of us having this understanding that relationship takes away your independence is not correct. Okay, so this is where we can see in examples also. If we look in mythology and all that, there is an example of Lord Krishna leaving Radha when he wanted to go to Mathura, and Radha didn't stop him from for even 1 second. Likewise, when Buddha wanted to, Gautam Siddhartha wanted to leave the palace, again his wife Yashodhara didn't stop him. Okay, so this is what I mean to say, that a true relationship always brings independence. And it should not be a controlling factor or capturing factor. Okay, so this is where we need to understand relationship in a different perspective, relationship in a different from a different point of view. This nakshatra is perfect. It is not wrongly placed in the sign of Libra. Okay. Again, this is the portion where the sun gets debilitated. Okay, this is also an important thing. Sun gets debilitated in Swati nakshatra because it is the sign it is the sign of Libra and nakshatra of Rahu. Okay, we can understand sun has natural enmity towards Rahu, and Rahu eclipses sun, so it gets debilitated in Swati. But even bigger reason is that sun represents our ego, and Libra and Swati both are relationship oriented things. Okay, Libra represents relationship, Swati also represents relationship, and when you are in relationship, you have to let go of your ego. Okay, so this is the thing which is important, that sun gets debilitated here because you have to let go of your ego if you are in relationship. Second thing, whenever sun is in Libra, sun is authority, and it is debilitated. It doesn't mean that these people are not going to get any authority. It only means that they are going to get authority through Libra related things or through Swati related things. Okay, so Libra represents business, Swati represents business. They are going to get authority through business. In other like job setup environment or working under others authority and all, they may not get any authority, they may not get any support from their authoritative figures and all, unless there is some other planetary position involved. But otherwise, sun in Libra is more towards being a business person and being an authority upon themselves rather than working under others' authority. So this is also an important thing with Swati as nakshatra. As I said, they can be very good mediators, diplomats also. They are very balanced, they are very justifiable also. Okay, and as the mythological characters of Hanuman and Bhim are connected with this nakshatra, they can be physically very strong. Okay, so this is the whole nakshatra all about. It is all about being independent. Swati. Okay, Swa plus Ati, it is extreme of self, extreme independence. Okay, this is also an important thing, if you pay attention, there is a word swarthi. Okay, swarthi means in English selfish, a person who is very selfish and all. It is used in a negative sense. This word swarthi is used in a negative sense, so it has become a negative word. Okay, and it has been used for so many centuries in this sense, so it has become taken the negative trait. But swarthi is a very positive word if we understand it correctly. Understand, swa means self, earth, swarthi, swa plus earthi, swa plus earth. Okay, swa means self and earth means purpose. Okay, one who knows the purpose of himself is swarthi. Okay, understand it like this. One who knows that purpose of himself is swarthi. Okay, so the one because understand that you can give happiness to others when you are happy. First you should be happy, then only you can give happiness to others. first you should be rich, then only you can give away your richness to others. Okay, if I am giving these consultations and I am having these articles and sessions on astrology, it is because I know little bit of astrology. Okay, I have little bit of information with me, so I can share with others. Okay, so first you have to be selfish, first you have to be swarthi. Okay, then only you can serve others. Okay, don't directly go in jumping and in serving others. That is not possible, that is actually practically not possible. If someone is a beggar, someone who doesn't have money, he cannot give money to others. Okay, if someone has no love for himself, he cannot give love to others. Okay, likewise, to do anything, to give away anything, first you should have, right? I can give something to other people when I have that thing, right? So this is also one of the significance of this Swati Nakshatra. It sounds like a very selfish type of, or very negatively selfish nakshatra, but it is not. It is all about take care of yourself first and then take care of others. Okay, you cannot directly go and take care of others when you don't have anything for yourself. Okay, so this is also one of the significance of this nakshatra, which is to be understood. As I said, that it is all about being independent, it is all about being in this independent work environment, or having an independent mindset also. That is also one of the traits of this nakshatra. Okay, so this is let's see if there is any question. Teachers Day wishes to you. Good wishes to you also. Teachers Day is never complete without students, right? I cannot be teacher if there is no student. So Teachers Day should also be a students day. My wife has Lagna and Saturn in Vishakha Nakshatra. My wife has Lagna and Saturn in Vishakha Nakshatra, but there is Ketu in Swati Nakshatra and Lagna too. My question is that does the presence of Ketu in Swati Nakshatra limit the self-dependence factor of an individual, because she has a lot of talent but lacks the confidence of pursuing things? Okay. So understand it like this, that wherever Ketu is placed, that is also our past life expertise. Okay. It is something which we have already accomplished well in our past life. Okay. So when she has Ketu in Swati Nakshatra, she has already been very independent in her past life. She has just forgotten it. Being Ketu in Libra Swati means she has just forgotten that nature of her as an independent person, as a confident independent person in this life, because that is because she needs to achieve her Rahu in the 7th house in Aries. She needs to be again independent and individual. Okay, so it is like that she will realize it only when she gets into the similar circumstances again. Whatever she has forgotten, her independence, her individuality, her own confident nature, she will realize it only when she is in those circumstances again where she has to utilize that independence or independent nature. Okay, I give you an example. Like I have Ketu in the fourth house. Okay, this is the best example I can give. I have this Ketu in the fourth house. So, like fourth house is real estate. Ketu is separation, but Ketu is also my past life expertise. So I am the last person in the world to be interested in real estate matters. I don't want to get into that mess of buying any property or thinking of home loan or property loans and then paying off EMI. I am the last person in the world to do it. But circumstances in my life moved in such a way that I had to buy property two times so far in this life. Okay, so when my situations demanded me, okay, when I got into such situations where I had no other option but to buy a property, I realized that I can do it easily. Okay, likewise, Ketu in Swati shows that when she gets into the circumstances where she has to utilize her creativity and she has to get into her own business, then she will realize the innate ability or creative talent she has, and the kind of confidence she can have. Okay, that is the significance here. She has just forgotten it for this life's purpose, but she gets into similar circumstances, she can again realize it. Okay, I hope this helps. Okay, it is Lagna Nakshatra placed in 6th house, places in Revati star. What does it show about the native? If I understand well, then you are asking Nakshatra Lord Rahu is placed in the 6th house Pisces, Revati. Is it so? Just confirm it because this question needs to be rephrased. Lagna Nakshatra placed in 6th house Pisces in Revati star. That, and this I understand that it is Rahu which is placed in the 6th house Pisces Revati. Just confirm, then I will respond. My Mars in Swati Nakshatra in 7th house. Again, your efforts and actions should go towards being independent, being working for yourself in business setup and all. That's where you should you should go. Mars and Moon both, and Swati Libra means Aries ascendant. Your ascendant lord is going into the 7th house. Your 4th lord is going into the 7th house. It is all about being business person. It shows that the best results you will get in this life in career matters is through business. Again, yes. So Rahu is falling into the 6th house Pisces. That means Ketu is going into the 12th house Virgo. So ascendant nakshatra shows our life pattern. Okay, the kind of pattern we are going to follow. There is a difference between life path and life pattern. Life path is something which can go through many major changes. Okay, life pattern is something which remains consistent underneath your life path. Okay, again I will give my example that this is my 4th profession. Okay, I started as a lawyer, I became a law teacher, I went into corporate world in their legal teams, and then I became an astrologer. Okay, so my life path kept on changing, my designations kept on changing, but underneath it I was doing only one work, that is counseling people, that is teaching people, that is I am still doing. That is my ascendant nakshatra Vishakha. Okay, Vishakha is the nakshatra of counselors, so I was doing all this time. Okay, this person's ascendant nakshatra is Swati. So, and its lord is Rahu, which is in Pisces, Revati. Pisces is the sign of spirituality, Revati is the nakshatra of spirituality. This person's life pattern can be consistent throughout, that they can be very independent people, first of all, due to Swati as a nakshatra, plus they can be very much into this spiritual creative field. Okay, and they can be very much about spirituality, knowledge sharing, knowledge gaining, and guiding others, counseling others. They can be very creative by nature. This will remain their life pattern. Okay, I hope this answer. Mars in Swati in 12th house. Okay. It may show that someone is having a foreign settlement, as Mars is going 12 has houses away from the this ascendant. Okay, so they can have this foreign settlement kind of thing. Okay, plus it shows efforts and actions are going into creative, imaginative fields. Okay, plus it also shows your efforts and actions should be towards making yourself an independent individual. Okay, that is what you should be focusing. One thing with Mars in Libra can come up is that they can be dominating, controlling in the relationship matters. Okay, wherever Libra is. Okay, it is like someone has Mars in Libra in 4th house, they can be very dominating and controlling towards their mother. If the Mars is in Libra in 7th house, they can be dominating, controlling towards their spouse. Mars in Libra in 12th house, they can be dominating and controlling on spiritual views. Okay, spiritual belief system and all. They can have like no, what I am saying is correct in matters of spirituality. That kind of approach. I have Ketu in Mrakshira, and I constantly research and study. I like it, like to go deep into spiritual understanding. Ketu in Mrakshira. Mrakshira is all about research, and Ketu is all about spirituality and research itself. Ketu itself represents research, so that is very much evident. Okay, and that you can be research oriented and you can be spirituality oriented. Thank you. Thank you. Jupiter and Swati in 6th house, Taurus ascendant. Uh, Taurus ascendant, Jupiter is 8th and 11th lord. Okay. It shows that someone is in knowledge sharing kind of business. Okay. Knowledge can bring freedom and independence to them. If the more knowledge they gain, the more knowledge they share, the more independence they may have in their life. They can have this kind of very liberal views on relationship, and independent views on they can have very independent views on this religion, spirituality, belief system and all, because Jupiter is in Rahu's nakshatra. It creates this kind of Guru Chandal yoga. Okay, so that is the thing. Plus as 8th lord and 11th lord is coming into the 6th house, it shows your income is coming by serving other people in knowledge oriented field in your daily work life. Okay, in relationship matters it can bring some conflicts and all. My ascendant nakshatra is Swati nakshatra, and Lord Rahu is in the 7th house, Aries. What effects can be expected? So as I said, Swati is independence, and Rahu is falling into the 7th house. Best way for you to is to go into your own business setup work. Okay, and that is where you will find the best satisfaction. That is where your life pattern will be regarding dealing with other people only, even if you are not going into the business setup. Now this is also one thing which is important, that even if someone is not going towards business and he is meant to go towards business, even then he will be somehow dealing with other people. He will be somehow dealing with the masses, and he will be dealing with the same energy. Okay, it's your choice if you want to directly do business and all or not. But even if you are avoiding it, then also you are your mind is working in that area only, that okay, I need to connect with other people, I need to connect with the masses. That is where you will find the satisfaction factor. Relationship can also be one of the life patterns. Means you may like to be in relationship. Relationship is a very generic result for a Libra ascendant person, as it is the sign of relationship. And they cannot live without relationship. That it is kind of that sort of environment that they want relationship to sustain. Okay. Nice, thank you, thank you. Good morning. How will Venus in Swati along with Rahu in first house be for Libra ascendant? Again, Venus is creativity. It is in own sign. Rahu is in own nakshatra. It can expand someone's creativity. It can expand someone's creative pursuits. Okay, it can Rahu can expand someone's wealth also, but it can make someone very much desire oriented, almost desire blinded in matters of relationship. So there it can be difficult, because Ketu is falling into the seventh house. Okay, so like they may not find partners with whom they can connect easily. So that becomes a very difficult scenario, because Rahu Venus in Libra can make them very relationship oriented, and they can have high desires in relationship. But Ketu in the seventh house may make them feel separated from their partner. So this is where the tug of war will continue. Okay, but otherwise for creative reasons, for creative purposes, this is a very good position, and again they should be in their own business. Okay, I think we are done all the questions. If anyone has any further question, please feel free to comment. I will be more than happy to respond. We will see next week with my nakshatra Vishakha. Okay, so that is my ascendant nakshatra. It is a complex nakshatra Vishakha. Okay, take care, bye, have a nice Sunday, and we will see next week. Thank you, thanks for watching.